Wait, surely it's the generic fucking boss fight thing of you can damage him while his little fucking tootsies have slammed into the wall or whatever the fuck. Oh, yep, the most generic boss fight imaginable. That is so much damage! I nearly one-shotted this dude. I have fought humans more terrifying than you, sir. That's it, it's over. It's over and I'm gonna make you swallow the goddamn sun. Enjoy! It's delicious! Oh, wow, you had to do that fast! I think here comes the eye. That was the scariest thing I've ever seen. Please do not come close to me like that ever again. Thank you. No, attack! What are you doing? What the fuck was... What's going on? Is this you collapsing? No, that's me taking a bitch slam right to the fucking ass as always. He literally just crammed his entire leg down my mouth and I just tried to dodge into it. Yeah, great idea. Absolutely fantastic plays from me there. Come on! So it seems I cannot use the meteorite. The meteorite is a dumb fucking idea, no matter what. Get over here, come on. What are you aiming at? What are you doing, Letharoon? It worked. I don't know what it was, but it worked. I'm just gonna slam into the ground every single time and see what fucking happens. That seems to be the only way to damage this miserable bastard. Right, go on, one more. There it is. And he's dead. The Balor, everybody! The mighty Niskaru Lord of Doom, who I'm going to give a rhinoplasty to. Oh, damn! Never mind, it looked like I was going for the nose and only the nose. I'm not really sure why, but... Whoa! I'm doing it! It's QTEs that I never expected to be a thing, apparently. And the music's just gone to, like, random wandering around the wilderness music. This isn't exciting. Nothing about this is exciting. You didn't even try to make that epic. Oh, it even feels slightly big. I mean, I guess that's pretty fucking cool. But other than that... For a second, with like the blue glow coming forth from his fucking disgusting ass face, I thought he was maybe on my side. But no, he's just doing the biggest dead of all deaths. Nice that you get a little insult in on your own fucking dudes. Just before you flee, okay? Commander Oeglin. So are they done? Is that it? The two Arthur are leaving forever, huh? And that was the easiest fight I think I've ever had to do. I'm not sure why in the slightest. Even the Baylor ends up being that. I think the dude who was like, leading him or in control of him before? The Witch Knight. I've completely forgotten his name, but the Witch Knight straight up had more health than him. Yes, that wasn't a gimmick other than the fact the big boy was in the distance, but...
After 10 years, I can't believe they're finally gone.
In what fucking world is that miniature little, like, a crystalline bastard Tuatha boy? In what world is he a thicker daddy than that creature? Than the world's sexiest, most powerful snail? I don't understand what this game is doing, but I've learned not to question it at this point. It's just gonna fucking happen. Melsenshir is free.
It's over. After all these years, the siege is broken, and we're alive. Thank the gods for sending you to us. This is a glorious day.
So they've constantly been just out there for a full 10 years.
Has Talera fallen?
You sound almost excited about it, for fuck's sake. Talera ran. I was alone. What? Why can I lie about this? So they could just think that she's a coward forever. No, she's a war hero now. I like her. Just kind of weird that they give you that option without, like, the lie in brackets over it. But fine, sure, whatever. Maybe there is a possibility where she can run, but I have definitely not seen it. Maybe if you just treat her like arse the entire time. Talera gave her life to save us.
Then the rumors of her dishonor will finally be silenced. She gave everything to us in the end, and the world will know that. When we rebuild these walls, we'll name them after General Talera. Her memory will stand as long as the ramparts shine. But she never would have.
I bet that would have been a thing in the sequel as well.
To us. It can never be enough, but we hope you'll accept this as our thanks.
Don't I get a parade? No, what now?
They've freed the city, but the Tuatha still hold most of Cluricon. Over the years, they've infected every part of these swamps. Clearing them out
Those
isn't
filthy
going to be easy,
motherfuckers.
but we might have help. There are rumors of a small band of fighters harassing the Tuatha. Perhaps the hero of Melsenshir can convince them to work with us. Good luck.
Mother Earth's got herpes again. I don't exactly know how you give a planet an STD. Don't really know where you're gonna jam your cock for that one. But it doesn't surprise me. They are the Fae, after all. They love nature. Way too much. Excuse me, Siegebreaker. You changed the course of the war and defeated the great Anaskaru, Bela. Songs of your bravery and heroism will be sung for generations. Alright then. Always wanted my heroin addiction, my crippling heroin addiction to go down in history.
Red-eyed bastards.
Oh, thanks. Well, that's nice. You'd think you could maybe respect the dead that we just burnt to a fucking crisp, but no, sure, whatever. Breaking the siege.
Strangest places.
So it genuinely does seem that when they said the siege has lasted 10 fucking years, they meant that those assholes have been just wailing on each other for the full fucking decade with no break at all? I mean, I guess it makes sense since they can constantly respawn and just throw them all in again, but what? Then why were they running? Which is, like, why would they retreat if they know they're going to respawn instantly? We know the Summer Fae are currently having issues coming back, so does that extend to the Tuatha as well? I thought maybe the whole thing there is that the Tuatha had stole that power for themselves somehow, and we were going to figure out why later. But if it's fucking with them as well, then maybe that's why Gadflow started this in the first place. Maybe they've become just as mortal as us, except they have unfortunately forgotten how to bang. They can't reproduce. I guess you don't really have any desire for that when you're 1,000 fucking years old. Like I've said before, realistic sag physics. But for now, I guess we're talking to Aelin. Or Agarth. Aelin, Agarth, Aelin, Agarth. Who do I want to fuck harder? Obviously Agarth. What the fuck are you talking about?
Off into the swamps, I assume?
What? Really? Nothing. Just literally nothing gets said to us. Fine. Okay. Know any allies in Cluricon?
None that would be of any help. After a decade of Tuatha control, they've all gone quiet. But if there are any out there, I'm sure they'll be looking for you. Just keep your eyes open. After all, you'll be in their swamp.
Please, oh my god, please, give me a new fucking brand of enemies. A new branch of enemies. Just a new fucking tree of lovely, lovely, lovely boys to slaughter over and over, because I am so done with boggarts. I am so done with brownies. I am so done with threshers and just the same dudes over and over and over again. If I have to fight another Jotun in a place that should just have a completely different cast of utter lads, I think I'll genuinely cry. Can I get in these places yet? Oh, it's a tavern now. Yay, but no side quests. Yeah, it really does seem like the budget ran out, like somewhere in between, sort of the end of Detir and Odessa, and sort of just all of the East. I could be wrong, maybe they just want this place to be a more mainline story place. But then you'd think they'd make the cutscenes look like they're finished, instead of just cutting off really, really abruptly out of nowhere. Considering the detail and beauty in Dalentarth, like, it's insane how much things change as the game progresses. It's never bad, but it's just, considering how amazing it was at the start, there is a big fucking difference. And a big old disconnect between where we began and where we ended up. But at least I can talk to Wisme Destin, my favorite character in the whole game.
You want to talk to me?
Wisme Destin.
That's unusual. Most people around here don't want to talk to a Fate Weaver.
Yeah, well, I don't have a fucking fate, so I guess you can't terrify me. The Battle of Melsenshir.
I've seen the fate of every soldier in that battle, and none of them were to survive past that day. I do not know what you are or how you are doing whatever it is you're doing, but I'm glad you are on our side.
Have you ever considered the fact that you might be a big fucking phony? That is very much a possibility. General Talera.
It was a great deed, her sacrifice. Still, I find it odd. It wasn't her fate to die here. She was to continue on, after the fall of the city.
How do you know? the sort of mechanics of fate weaving seem to change depending on who we talk to. Maybe some are more skilled than others, but most I've come to can only see the threads of fate of the people that they are literally right in front of. So unless you chased her down, like she got here and she immediately went out on the battlefield, there wasn't any waiting around for Talera. So unless you were sort of waiting for her arrival, but I mean, I never saw you and I spoke to everyone. You're a liar, aren't you? You are a big fucking phony. Melsen shit.
I don't know why I came here.
I've got hiccups, for fuck's sake.
Terrible, gruesome death.
Whiz me to stun.
I came here wishing to be of some use to the defenders of the city. But telling them all that they are going to die isn't what I had in mind.
So everyone was going to die but General Talera? So if I wasn't around, that probably means she was gonna just run away, huh? Huh. What a bitch. I'm glad I changed that. Who are you? Are you important? You're a random war swan? You're Catagon Twain, and I love that name so... You're a janitor. You're a janitor. You're a janitor with a fucking double-headed cock and balls on the back of your armor. How badass could you possibly look? There is nothing more badass than the two-headed cock and balls. And you're a janitor. What the fuck is going on in this hellhole?
I had almost forgotten how good peace can be for business.
Is this just noble gear? Maybe it is nobility, but then that's even weirder as to why you're being a fucking janitor. You're either a war hero, a god, or some kind of uppity fucking noble, and you're using a broom. Any of those people shouldn't even know what a broom is. Okay, I'm not going to question it. Melsenshire.
What you see around you is a shell of what Melsenshire once was. Before the Tuatha occupation, she was a great trading post, a sister of Rathir. But now the city is in ruins, and the path to rebuild her is long indeed.
Ah, fucking hell, am I yawning? I'm yawning on video. I'm a broken man. I am still sick, so that's probably got something to do with it. But I'm hoping over the weekend, which is what is coming tomorrow, I'm going to take Saturday off, because I always take Saturdays off. I see family and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm going to take Saturday off, and I'm going to hope just a day of mostly sleeping is going to finally cure the horrible, ungodly sniffles that I appear to be suffering from. And then maybe, just maybe, my brain won't be broken any longer. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? General Talera.
When she left before, well, I didn't think we would ever see her again. She was far braver and stronger than I gave her credit for.
Yeah, well, maybe you are all just assholes. You ever considered that possibility? Catagon Twain.
I've been running the Serpent's Tail ever since the original proprietor left to buy supplies and never came back. It's not
poor
easy keeping
motherfucker.
a tavern open in the middle of a siege, but the soldiers needed something to keep their minds off the war.
I wonder if we can find the former owner. Like, if someone has just had made an offhand comment about that, like over in the West, like the lands of the Summerfey. I mean, chances are I've forgotten about it because I was like, the Serpent's Tail, that's probably just a name they threw out. That's probably something I'll never see. Either that or it just happened hundreds and hundreds of episodes ago at this point. So it's I don't know. It feels like the kind of thing this game would do. This game is so gloriously interconnected, and I love everything about that. Battle of Melsenshire.
I thank Lyria you were here with us, hero. You brought us victory in our darkest moment.
I have to say, that might be the worst siege mission I've ever played in any game ever. It's kind of charming because of the fact that it's big, huge games and 38 studios and everything, and it was their first title, so I'm not mad about it. There is never anything in this game where I'm like, oh, that sucks so much. They should have done better because this is their first ever game. It's and even if they are, like, legendary devs, I don't know if they are, but even if, like, they did have legendary devs on their team from, like, other studios who've been in the business for years and years and years, it'd still be their first time working in those groups. Like, there would be such a lack of chemistry to begin with, that what they did bring, what Kingdoms of Amalur became, is nothing short of a fucking miracle, and I'm so glad this franchise is back. TheEdgestrikeHD.
It's time to celebrate. The Balor's dead, and the Tuatha have fallen back to Cursewood. You and me, let's drink to victory.
I have no idea who you are, and your fucking son is dead, but sure, let's get wasted first. That'll probably ease the blow. Melsenshire.
Doomed, didn't you? You and everybody else. But nobody accounted for the hero of Melsenshear.
You know who is doomed, though? We'll save that one for a little bit. Tell me about yourself, Friedy.
Oh, I come from a long line of soldiers. We don't know anything else. I'd pay good gold to see anyone in my family bake a loaf of bread or read a book.
That sounds like a very, very strange form of prostitution, and an even more boring pastime. And also, you've got a lisp. So many voice actors in this game with lisps. I mean, sure, like that, you can have a character with a lisp as long as there's sort of a reason to. But that doesn't seem to ever be mentioned. It doesn't even seem to be explained. I mean, I guess it's fine. There will be characters in the world with lisps. So it's good that they're getting existence, maybe. Crystal War.
I'm not doing this for the glory. Glory's worthless when you're dead.
And now
I'm
she
doing
doesn't
it
have a
because
lisp.
someone has
What?
to. And if not me, then who?
Just her tongue just split in half for that one particular line out of nowhere. Okay, whatever, not questioning it. Your son's dead.
Not Tak. Not Tak. Damn the Tuatha! Damn them to the fires! This isn't how it was supposed to happen. I was supposed to be the soldier. He was supposed to stay home to watch Mother. I know
Oh,
he was
brother,
in
okay.
Cursewood, but they must have been in the path of the Baelor. They were trying to shield us. Poor Tak. Mother will be ruined.
If he was supposed to stay home and protect your mother, then doesn't that mean your mother will have died as well? Maybe return home. Maybe do something about that. Instead of just immediately getting back to giving your lovely blade a good rub. This is not a moment for rubbing, lady. Jesus Christ, save that for later in your own damn time. Oh well, at least he's playing the most jolly fucking music in the world at the worst possible time for that girl, but she seems to be enjoying it enough. Everyone seems sad still. Like, I guess now is a good time to, for the first time in forever they're not fighting. I guess they could sit back and reflect on all the loved ones they lost and everything like that, but come on. At least drink to my health or something. I'm now a legend. I deserve it. What have we got over here, though? I want to explore pretty much everywhere I possibly can. First, I would talk to Sverry, but at the same time, I don't think I could possibly care less if I tried. And a side quest. The only one in all of existence in Melsenshear. And finally, the music has shown up. Finally, this place does get its own soundtrack. I feel like this was supposed to be here from the beginning, and the game just shat itself. But now, no, it's over again. They just didn't bother to write any soundtrack for this place? Grant Kirkhope, you sleeping, buddy? Okay, I guess I'll let you nap. Talk to me, Edron.
The Tuatha lines have broken, and we still live. It looks like fate has a sense of humor. Please.
No, I've just
forgive
crippled
my
it.
melancholy.
It's
The
not
champion
laughing,
of
trust me.
Melsenshear should be cheered, not subjected to my sorrow. I am Adron Tyr, and I owe you my thanks. Though many have been lost, your courage saved a great many more.
Why are you sad? Well, I mean, don't worry about it too much, buddy. Your sorrow does cheer me up. That's just the kind of lovely boy that I am. That's why I love murder so much. Not to save the innocent or do good deeds. I just like blood, and this is where a lot of blood is. Let's talk about the
She
general.
was the greatest among us. What happened out there on the wall? I knew she would redeem herself.
She
Thank
missed and
you
hit a
she
regular
was here,
Niskaru.
and that her life was not given in vain.
It was given in vain. I ended up doing all the fucking work. Like, I don't know why we're praising her so much. I guess because my words turned her into a war hero? There was no middle ground that was the truth. It was either lie and make her out to be a complete and utter fucking unforgivable puss, or turn her into the biggest badass, even cooler than you. Make it look like she was the one who killed, the Baelor. I mean, surely someone must have seen me fighting the damn thing. I mean, I also killed the Witch King. Not Witch King, Witch Knight, whatever the fuck. I've already forgotten his name. It was like Melwyn, but he was a guy. Once again, he's like the Tuatha equivalent of a dude named Leslie. Ugh, I don't like. Battle of
I
Melsenshear.
did not think fate would let us survive that onslaught. It seems that even if fate is not on our side, you are.
And I'm way more powerful than fate at this point. Why are you
I
sad?
was dead, or I should have been at least, if it were not for a Varani mercenary who threw himself in the fray. He fought like a demon, and I was able to escape. The poor man was not so fortunate, though. I watched the Tuatha cut him off, and then he was gone. It shames me.
So when you said
I once
fought like a
held such
demon...
mercenaries in great disdain. But this man, whoever he was a warrior of honor.
You mean one of the many, many demons that I have faced and killed in one shot, because clearly he sucked. I will find him for you.
He was cut off and surrounded by the Tuatha. He is surely dead. However,
Not with me around.
His body must lie somewhere in Cursewood.
Oh,
It would
no,
give
never
me
mind.
peace to learn of his fate.
So you were fighting on the front lines, huh? Not up there with me in the ramparts or the battlements or whatever the fuck. I just wonder if the general survived, or whatever his name was. The Meese guy, or Mir, or whatever the fuck his name was. The dude who I spent like 8 minutes reloading over and over and over again just to make sure he keeps his face. Where did you see him last?
The Varani warrior? The last I saw of him,
Who
he
else?
was cut off behind Tuatha lines in Cursewood.
This is the only conversation we've ever had together. Who could I possibly mean? A remembrance. I love that word. It's really ugly when you look at it and like how it's written, how it's spelt and everything, but it just sounds pretty and I like its meaning. I don't know why, but whatever. Let's make our way into the Broken Tower. And what is the Broken Tower? Well, it's a broken tower. Oh boy, what a surprise. But I mean, it's got to have something in here, right? It's got to have a reason to exist. Do you lead to someone? Something? It counts as stealing if I try and take anything from here. So surely that means people still give a fuck about this place. Either that or the game's just a dick and doesn't want me to have happiness. Both are very, very, very large possibilities. No, that's it. It's all over. I guess I'll take this shard? Wait, jeweled shillelagh. Temporarily increase your sagecraft skill by 3. I mean, I'll take it. A hidden door that doesn't even get a fucking logo. Because they forgot to implement anything, oh boy! Is this like a maze? Am I supposed to look around for other little options like that? I don't know why you exist. And I'm so very mad about this hidden door. I feel like if I stay in there too long, it's just gonna slide back and I'm trapped forever, and I'm gonna be real fucking sad about that. What's in here? Nothing of use, of course. And anything else? This is literally it, isn't it? This is the Broken Tower. So very broken because they just couldn't be bothered to finish it off. Yep. The budget constraints are so clear. And I don't hate them for that, but I mean, 75 million. Where did it all end up going? I mean, I guess they built an engine for it. I don't actually know what engine this game is built in, but you got to assume that they built their own. Then I guess the soundtrack and the voice acting and everything, because it is really hard to see where a lot of the money went. And I'm not saying it doesn't seem like an expensive game, because the scale is huge. And maybe that's it. They handcrafted so many environments that just completely broke them. It's a real shame, but I don't see any other explanation. Hello, Shiani.
Behind me is the Melsenshire jail, hero. All of the prisoners were given weapons and placed on the wall for the battle. It is empty
Nice.
now.
Sad. Never mind. So, who the fuck did you jail? And I mean, if you're basically treating them as allies in the end and giving them a purpose, and they're willing to fight for you instead of, like, shanking you immediately, why the fuck were they jailed in the first place? I mean, this place was fucked enough. We might as well just let them wander freely. Tell me about the jail.
Most of the criminals we get are deserters or drunken brawlers. The jail is currently empty. All of the prisoners were armed and sent to the war before the battle.
Oh, so I guess it's just a cheap way to force people into fighting instead of just being boring-ass merchants and shit? Alright, fair enough.
This war
Melsenshire.
has lasted so long it seems like that's all the city has ever known.
I mean, it basically is at this point. Anyone who, like, you know, knew the city prior to this is probably very dead. General
The
Talera.
loss of the great general is a terrible blow. She was the greatest warrior in the army.
She sucked. In any conceivable way, she sucked. Everything she did, the last 2 actions she ever did were awful. She died to a single blow Okay, to be fair, she was holding off that beam for a long time. That was pretty cool. But she couldn't quite figure how to fucking throw the spear, like, over her shield, so she could just survive all of that as well and actually be useful in the distance in the future? Like... And even then, she put down her shield, presumably to get better aim, and she fucking missed twice. She hit the floor, and then she hit the dude on top of the guy, which arguably is an amazing shot, but it's not what she was aiming for. I hate her. I love her, but I kinda hate the fact that I hate that that was her ending. I don't know if that's what she was supposed to go for, but there was no way that I couldn't have just sniped off the dude at the top. If the game had a half-decent targeting system, I could have killed that guy in a single fucking blast from my electricity hands. My little fucking pocket taser. And she decides to use the most incredible weapon the world has ever fucking created to kill that one dude? No. Dumb. She sucks. Shani.
Someone has to guard the jail. Although I'd much rather be pursuing the Tuatha.
Well, apparently that is down to literally only me. Aren't I so very lucky? Whatever, Battle of Melsenshire.
Several times I thought the city would fall, but it was not our fate.